Hello everyone, let's see what's going on here. Going to do a little joint. That was Martha. She's being a little bit clingy. We're off to the pet doctor tomorrow. Just a little condition that she's got. Okay, here we go, Ella. Hello. And that's Martha now our scratching post. Okay, this is going to be a joint live with Lok Shek Ellen. Velcro Kitty. She's okay. She was born with a problem with her eyes, and we can't get her a prescription from the pet doctor until we go to see them because of the changes in regulations and stuff. So we're bringing forward her vaccinations tomorrow, or boosters, which she doesn't know about. She's just over the year that there's been problems trying to schedule those in with the local vet, which is why we're having problems trying to get basically eye cocaine. But yeah, Ellen, are you there? I did accept it. I think we're just having a few connectivity issues. It's probably the time of night because everybody is on the internet and the US is doing business. There we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
I'm
It's sorting now.
How are we?
We're okay. I was just talking about Martha there, General
Yeah,
Martha Blethering. I've also had an afternoon, which you know about away from this. But look at us.
I know. Kiwi
Okay,
panic. We've in the yes this afternoon. It's like, oh yeah,
I haven't got my ends woven in yet. That had been the plan for this afternoon, but yeah, the universe had other plans. So,
certainly did.
welcome everybody joining us. This is a special little joint live tonight between myself. My name's Eva. I'm the director of the Scottish Yarn Festival, the Scottish Show Producer Showcase, and the founder of our own Scottish Provenance Yarn brand too. I'm going to have to get used to saying all those things. And
You do.
you are. Do you want to introduce yourself or do you want me to do it?
I can easily introduce myself. Thank you. My name's Ellen. I am the maker behind Lok Shek Ellen. I'm also the dyer behind Mrs. Lamb Yarns, just to confuse things. I am a British born Chinese based in Scotland, where my parents came to the UK 40 years ago. 42, 42. It's been 42 years they've been here. And I think I kind of just get to inherit a little bit of the Scottish heritage here, even though I'm 100% Chinese. But hey ho. But yeah, very excited to be coming to Scottish Wool Producers Showcase this weekend.
Yes,
And
it is a sold out event, so just to kind of put that caveat out there before we get any further into
mm,
this, this
mm,
is the third Scottish Show Producer Showcase event that the team behind the Scottish Yarn Festival has held. It's a double sellout, so it's the second time out of the three that we've had so far at that showcase selling out. The reason it probably didn't sell it the first time round was we were still in recovery mode, coming out of the pandemic, and there were sort of restrictions as to movement and things at that time, and we
yeah,
had to put timed entry slots on it. The fact that we put timed entry slots on it, folk weren't there for the full day or whatever, so it wasn't a sellout. It is a sellout now. We have been saying since the tickets were released on the 19th of February that it was likely to sell out again. It has. I'm still getting people emailing and messaging asking for tickets, and I love your enthusiasm and thank you, but I cannot magic up any more tickets. We are at capacity for the fire regulations for the venue.
yeah,
So please do not travel unless you already have a ticket. I know it might sound a little bit funny me saying that, but we put those very clear instructions out last year because we don't want you to travel and be disappointed. And we have people turning up saying, well, I know I saw that you were sold out and you told us not to travel, but I'm coming anyway and I want to get in.
yeah.
Um, we,
No,
we can't we cannot let you in. Safety is important. We're at capacity for the fire regulations. I can't change those things, and I am not going to bend any rules because buck stops with me. I'm responsible for everyone's safety,
yeah.
and it's non-negotiable. So sorry. Get in early next time. Come see us in September for the Scottish Yarn Festival. You know, we've got other events and things that we can do. We look forward
Yep,
to welcoming you next time. But that's it, folks.
that's it.
Moving swiftly on. So
Yes.
you have taken part. You're a veteran of our events
Oh,
now as a vendor, and part of
I,
that team.
yes, it feels like just yesterday that I started this, and come to think of it, 6 years.
Is it as long as that for you? It's been longer for me then.
Yeah, it's been 6 years now since I've started Lok Shek. Ellen has a little crafty business out of doing supporting my family in running their business as a Chinese takeaway in Aberdeen, and you just need something crafty or creative outlet for myself to keep myself kind of going and being a little bit more different than seeing the same customers who kind of tend to annoy me a little bit at times. But we're not here to talk about that.
No, we're
we're
not.
here. We're not. We are here to talk about what I'm launching this weekend,
Yeah.
and it's very exciting.
So the reason that Ellen kind of qualifies taking part in our Scottish Show Producers Showcase because it is a very different event that focuses on Scottish producers. So whether that's the yarn that is of Scottish provenance, or it's milled in Scotland, it's Scottish wool mill, or shepherds working in Scotland, or something like that, Scottish fabrics. You've been creating project bags out of Harris Tweed and other Scottish provenance fabrics.
Yeah.
So that's how you've kind of qualified in with that side of your business, and you don't bring all your products to the event because they don't all qualify. Although we do let some British base yarns in because they're kind of adjacent.
Yep.
But your standard 75/25 merino nylon bases do not qualify for this event,
Nope.
even if you're a Scottish
Yeah.
dyer. That's kind of how we do this one. But we have a special collaboration we've been doing, and
We
that's what
have.
you're thing. So I'll let you take over here.
Right. So, as we all know, Eva has launched her own Scottish provenance yarn in September, and it's
Mhm.
been named Clan. And I have been taken in some more of the Baird colorway from Eva, and to create this collection, which I am naming it Ga, which means family in Chinese. So I thought it all stemmed from the word clan and how Eva's chosen all the different clan names of Scottish clan names and that. So me being me, just like, well, I'll take heritage. I'll take my heritage and name it as Ga, being family, and I can use family names from Hong Kong, China, or Malaysia, or any other Asian countries. But we all kind of seem to have variations of them. But to start off, I'll show the whole collection in its full glory. I will have it in both 4-ply and double knit weights, but they are going to be the same colorways. So if we all just
Yeah.
admire that
I'm
in
going
its
to get
full,
you to pop them down just for a wee moment because
we go.
is it in Baird or Tate, your sweater that you're wearing? Because that is also in our yarn.
this, this is the Baird.
We're both wearing sweaters in my yarn. Just I still can't get over it. So
Yeah,
that is the Baird natural. It's a natural
yeah,
blend, and that's why you've chosen to dye on that one.
yes.
That's the Glenwyn sweater by I want to say, was it Soft Sweater? I can't quite remember. The person doesn't design a lot
No,
these days.
I can't remember the name of the designer top of my head, but it's the Guanwen
Mm.
that I
Yeah.
will get details and have it somewhere displayed. I will
It's
probably be wearing this.
gorgeous. I'm probably going to have to bring mine just to get a photo of the pair of us wearing ours together. Although
Yeah,
I made that in 2017 or something, a completely different yarn. But yeah, it's gorgeous. That is the normal natural shade.
yeah. So it's kind
Kind
of like the
of
oatmeal
oatmeal.
kind
Yeah.
of colorway, which got a tiny brown tinge to it, which has been challenging. However, I've had fun with dyeing these yarn, um, and
So yeah,
I like to please my baby. So yeah, that's the colorway. That's the original colorway, and they've turned into all these different my favorite colors, basically my palette.
it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
So starting off, I'm having to look up my notebook here to remind myself of who is who with names, and so we can identify them when we're at the showcase and for later on as well. Um, right, so we have the red here. I do have it in a DK so you can see it's a glorious red. It looks a little bit paler in lighting. So this one is Jung. That is, these are all family member names that I've chosen for just now, but that's Jung. I have a forest gold, a honey gold, I would say, mustardy. I laughed when Eva showed me the your
Uh,
she had no idea.
No, it'll be interesting to kind of compare mine, which are the tops are dyed before they're spun.
Yeah,
You've taken our natural and then you've dyed on it. And every
yeah,
time you hand dye, there's going to be variations anyway. And I
there
can
is.
already see that, that's a semi-solid, whereas mine are true solids. And we've
Yeah.
got recipes, and some of them actually look like mathematical formulae.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, so that
Yeah,
we can kind of replicate as close as possible
yeah.
every time. There will still always be variations and sort of dye lots, but mine are coming in very big batches.
They are. Mine are just
Taking the tops out the drums, so it is different, and it is a
yeah.
collaboration between the two. So that there may be similarities, but they're never going to be the same. And
No,
even the bases with the naturals, one sheep's fleece is not like another sheep's fleece, and you've
it's
got
not
similar colours of blending, but again, you're going to have that natural variation.
exactly. And I am a small batch dyer, so these are
Yeah.
very small quantities and limited. Um, so I will be listing these after the showcase if there is any left.
Yeah. So what's the name for that one that you've got? Your
This
golden
mock
forest stuff.
mock.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's got tinges of orange and brown in it as well, which is lovely. And then and you know what? It's funny how my name is Mrs. Lamb Yarns, and I've said that the two singular words put together just means forest. So these are all foresty kind of colours. Can't get away from them. So I have this green here, and it has to be a lamb. It has to be a lamb for being the trees and forest and woodland kind of theme here, but it is still family names. Um, Yep. So it was meant to be like a tealy blue turquoisey. Nope, does not want to be that. So it became a bottle green. And then I have this purple. It's absolutely gorgeous. If I hold it up, maybe here. Nope, lighting is not doing its thing.
yeah,
I
we've
have
still got kind of like Scottish winter lighting thing going. I've got the big light on, and it's everything's washed out. It's
I've got a big light on and the curtains, but anyways,
like,
there's a
tell me you're Scottish. It's the big light.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So there's a rich, deep purple here, and this one's Lee, Lee. So yeah, and you can see there is hints of like other colors in there from dyeing, and where the dye hits in the dye pan at times, and these have all been lovingly created late nights.
yeah, that's going to look stunning next to the mock, the Lee and the mock
Yeah,
together. Yeah,
they are.
love that high contrast between those
It
two.
would be absolutely gorgeous, and even the green there, it works as a palette. And last but not least, a signature red. I can't get away not doing a red now. I have to do a red in all the bases, and every time it's gonna be a red. So this is a Shek. So that's me. And you put the green together, a Shek and a lamb there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Do
I will have these with me this weekend on both the 4-ply and double knit, the ga.
you want
And
to bring them
yeah,
all together again? Is it five that you've got?
it's 5, yeah, 5 colorways.
Okay, so you've got a kind of a pinky purpley one in the center then. I
This
think
one.
initially, yeah. Which one's that one again?
This one is going to be. Hold on, I got myself confused.
Well, I,
So,
I think you put Shek up twice.
have I put check up
Or
twice?
it was the lighting. And that's why I was a little
Yeah.
bit confused because I'm like counting and going, I'm pretty sure we've missed one.
Right.
Mock.
That's Mock, uh, Jung. So I'll probably put the red up twice.
Yeah.
And then I've got a Lee. I'm going to hug these now. And then a Lamb.
Um,
And then pink's going to be the Shek. There we are.
Shek. There we go.
There we go. I'm glad I got my notes there. I've got my notes.
It's been a long year and we're not still not 3 months into.
So yeah, these are all coming. I'm trying to get these up so you can see them again in its palette. So I'm very excited, and I hope these do sell because I'm very excited. You can only sell products that you're getting excited about and can talk about. Um, so if you're not familiar with Eva's Scottish Provenance base, it is 80% Shetland and 20% Cheviot,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also Scottish Provenance yarn here.
Yeah, Scottish
And
Provenance spun in Yorkshire.
yeah, yeah. So I'm just keep holding these up and time everybody to come and buy and squish because it is lovely and squishy and it's definitely cozy. Even just I've got a t-shirt underneath this and I'm feeling really warm now in Scottish winter, spring time here.
Yeah, I'm not particularly sensitive to wools. I mean, there's certain ones, and 100% Shetland, I can't wear that against my skin,
Mm-hmm.
but I've got this against bare
Yeah,
skin at the minute, and it is cozy. It just seems to trap the air.
it,
I've got my anchors. If you saw yesterday, yeah, it's not washed, it's not blocked.
no,
Lot of fluid retention going on and my tight jeans because my other jeans I've been doing laundry and it's like I don't care.
yeah,
I can't wait. I'm just going to embrace this body as it is at this moment today. I have
absolutely.
all my ends hanging out and I'm just going to take a photo because I'm so proud. And I've knit a few sweaters for myself before. I don't tend to make myself garments and I don't tend to make for myself. I tend to make for a lot of other people. Everyone's different, but
Yeah,
it's different. It is really hit different this time
it
having my
has.
own
Um,
sweater out of my own yarn.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just to say, I do have a teeny tiny bit of sensitive skin, but it's not major, and I've got this on bare skin along here. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. So it's nice and bouncy
Yeah.
and
Just dispelling the myth that natural wool is itchy because
yeah.
it's not. And I think a lot of like in the 70s and 80s, it's a scratchy wool. And I do remember I had a Paddington Bear jumper that my mum made me. It was red, Paddington Bear, and I was clawing at my skin as a child
Yeah,
on it. And
yeah.
it was wool. I don't think there was the problem because there have been studies now that said particular dyes and
Mm-hmm.
the way that they interacted with the fabrics are actually what was causing the irritation. And the red
Right.
was really well known for a particular type of red. And it's like, bet that's what it was.
Probably.
You
Most
know,
likely.
washing detergents were also very different back in the day.
Yes, absolutely.
Is it
So
sturgeon? I think that we used for our woolens and things like that. Was it sturgeon or something? It was something like that, or sturgeon or whatever. But you know, it was still very very
yeah.
different.
So
How we
even
cared
with
for our
this
woolens.
sweater here, you can see the detailing is gorgeous for lace and cabling and just simple knits as well. It works for everything.
I,
You know,
I
color.
love that. It's all twisted stitches as well in your yoke, isn't it? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
I've knit that a few jumpers I can actually remember details
yeah,
about.
yeah. They're all set with the twisted stitches and twisted stitches in there, and one by one cabling and lace work as well, which is good fun. And then you get into the body for some stockinette and twisted stitches on the cuffs, which is glorious.
Yeah. Did, did you get gauge? on that because I'm pretty sure that when I think it's like a 4.5 is the recommended needle size for the DK, so it just opens up slightly. But
Yeah.
I obviously didn't use that.
I got gauge. I think I did use a 4 mil needle, so I tend to be a loose knitter anyway. So
Hmm.
I usually have to go down a needle size to get gauge, and it works fine. It fits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tori, is that the one that Ellen's wearing, the Guanwin? Because it is apart from the yoke, it's like a Japanese lace yoke, and then it's just plain.
yeah.
And so you basically get, I think it's twisted rib, it's twisted one by one rib or something on it, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, but it is gorgeous.
Yeah. So,
So pretty. So
um,
pretty.
does somebody else have any questions about this new base that I am launching this collaboration here? Otherwise, I'm just going to keep holding them up and
Yeah, just it's lovely to kind of collaborate with you
yeah,
on this because we've had that trip that's been going on for so long, and it really warms my heart that we I went with calling the yarn brand kind of like clan, if you like. So it's the Scottish Yarn Festival
yeah,
yarn. Didn't really think that one out, did I? But we've gone. It's clan 4 ply, clan DK,
yeah.
and just it is about families,
It is.
but it's about kinship, and it's like chosen families and what you identify with, and that's partly what I love with the clan. I mean, you didn't need to be born into a clan. If you
No.
felt an affiliation with them and you wanted to join that, that's what you did. And families came together and united, and those allegiances were formed.
Yeah,
So for you to kind of take that and interpret that within your mixed cultures just
yeah,
warms my heart so much that you and I are doing this collaboration, but we're also bringing our
yeah,
heritages
yeah.
together.
Absolutely. And it was just perfect timing, really. It was just how thinking it's like, well, I've always wanted to dive into some British yarn for a wee while yet, but never had the headspace or the time to go and do research and finding who can I go to until Eva pops along with creates her own yarns. Yep.
But
Oh,
they're coming up with
yeah,
ideas. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's how it's born. And
Yeah. So if you're lucky enough to have tickets for the showcase, you will
mhm.
find these skeins at, I think we've put you down as Lok Shek Ellen
Right,
this
that's fine.
time. I can't remember whether we've listed you as Lok Shek Ellen or whether it's Mrs. Lamb Yarns. But you are there. You're both businesses anyway, but you are there.
I will
You'll have
have
your Paris Tweed project
bags.
bags installed.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you've got some with your Hong Kong fabric that you picked up in Hong Kong.
Yep, I've got that as well. I'll have a few cotton bags with me just in case. But certainly the Harris tweed bags. There are new colorways of tweeds that I've been making up that I've not shared quite yet. Well, apart from the rainbow, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, because there's one
And
on Harris
mhm,
that does the rainbow, and it's in really select batches. So you've got to be lucky, and you
you've
are.
got to be looking at the right time, basically, to get your hands on that. And so I have managed to get that. Um, there may be a small amount of buttons, and then
I forgot about those.
there'll be a small selection of buttons, depending on how well behaved the fabric is with the covers in making them and not pricking myself. But um, yeah, excited. It's only
Yeah, I think Tony kind of hinting towards that using the Baird Darren weight. So it is the same natural base, and I do have a few skeins, which none have labels at the minute. But I've cast this off. Now I've
yeah.
cast my anchors off. I'm allowed to test the Aran weight,
Mm-hmm.
so I think I'm going for a Bee's Knees by Thea Coleman because I am a sucker for cables anyway.
Uh-huh.
But a shawl collar, I love a shawl collar on a
Yeah.
cardigan, and yeah, do you know what? I don't think I actually own a cardi at the minute. How shocking is that? I've been knitting for over 30 years. I don't even own a commercially made cardigan at
No, that would be
this point
lovely.
in time. So I need to make
That's
one.
your excuse. That's your cue to
Yeah,
cast on the
yeah. Talk about a
cardigan.
sustainable wardrobe. Yeah, I need a cardigan because I do not have one. Thank you, thank you. I do love cable knitting toys, so that's going to be my thing. It'll be after the showcase now because if it's can go wrong, it's been going
Yeah.
wrong for a while now.
Yeah, so
Yeah, this should have been finished a long time ago and it wasn't. But yeah, just to kind of get back to the names, you know, family, clans, kinship, and then you've used the Cantonese word for family,
yeah,
and then given yours family names, whereas I've given my yarn colorways clan names. So I love how it all just kind of fits together.
it does.
Um, and you know, we just got two women working within an indie
Yeah,
industry here, working together, lifting one another up. That's what it should be
it,
about. And yeah,
yeah, absolutely. And how families always support each other. So
yeah,
that's always a nice connection.
yeah. And I feel
And
lucky that, you know, we've had a friendship has developed out of that
mhm,
as well, which it does sometimes. So yeah, it feels very cozy
it
inside.
does.
And I can't wait to see these in real life. Might
Yeah,
have to rehome some myself because
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But thank you very much for having me and making this special live as well. It's been very exciting. But
You know, it's been lovely, and I'm really excited to kind of see the colours. I've had a few wee sneak peeks, but nothing of like everything quite together in those really vibrant jewel tones.
yeah,
It's really exciting, and it's lovely to see your reaction to it as well as we're sharing
hmm,
them. So the plan now is I will share this to my grid, and I'll invite you as a collaborator, so it will pop up on yours as well. If you accept that, we'll get it
perfect.
across all our socials. So if you're
Yeah,
just tuning in now, give us a few minutes because I've only got fingers to kind of do this on the phone and get everything uploaded. And then please do tune in at the beginning
yeah,
to see this collaboration that Ellen and I have been
yeah.
working on together.
And I will introduce them each throughout the week if I remember to post them and get photos.
Fabulous. Okay.
Right.
Thank you,
Um,
everybody. You
uh,
enjoy the rest of your evening. I think
but
this is a good time because I think you're
yeah,
starting to buffer.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we shall call it off just now. But see you on Saturday if you have a ticket, and I will see you on Saturday as well,
yeah,
Alan.
absolutely. Bye
Bye,
now.
everyone.